Hey, my friend. I'm going to take you through something that happened to me on a journaling page that took me through a puzzle book that took me into this recipe of ingredients that when you use them all together will allow you to get whatever you want. I hope that's interesting. It was interesting for me to develop it a little bit, to talk about it, and I think it'd be interesting for you to allow it to just to come into your neurology and then use it and get all the success that you deserve. Please have a listen. Right now, after this anyway. Hey, this is the Personal Development Unplugged podcast, where we use hypnosis. Yeah, hypnosis. NLP, neuro-linguistic programming. Don't worry what it is. It's just a mass of processes that we're going to get you to change. Change to let go of anxiety, low self-esteem, and create massive supreme inner confidence. But that's confidence in your competence and competence in your confidence, which means you can do anything and be safe, to enjoy the world as it should be, with you at the helm, creating the life that you want. That's what this podcast is about. You and being the best you could be, singing from your real voice, aligned with your mission, aligned with your passions. That's what it's about. So if you're interested in letting go of anxiety, if you're interested in letting go of fear, guilt, all those blooming syndromes, imposter syndromes, and every little bit of the mind which is negative, then have a listen here, because we've got some wonderful processes and lots of good conversations between you and me to get us both thinking in such wonderful ways. I'm sure you'll enjoy it. Just take the chance to have a listen.
Warning.
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 Warning. You are entering into the unplugged mind of Paul Clough. Too late. Personal Development Unplugged.
Hey, my friend. Here we are. Back with the recipe to get whatever you want in this world. Yep. I have a recipe for it. And I'm going to share it with you, because would it be important to you to learn what you need to access to be able to have this recipe, and thereby when you use it, you get whatever you want. Would that be important? I think it's quite important. You see, the other day I was looking through my puzzle book. And what's my puzzle book? My current one, is a lovely yellow puzzle book. It's a little book, A5, and anything that comes through in my journaling as a question that pops up that's important, I put it down and leave space to come back to. I might even go and start thinking about those things in my puzzle book, and I use it like a mind map. I use it as just things from my unconscious mind to come out and sort out for me. And I noticed as I was flicking through it, because I like to go back over it, because not all the pages have been completed. There's always something that, I don't know, when I read it, I go, there's something new, which is the beauty of having a puzzle book. It never leaves your mind, because it can leave your mind for your unconscious mind to go and find even more towards that question you had, that thought you had. So there I was flicking through, and I noticed that my journaling had brought to my attention, as it was, this strategy, a strategy of qualities to get what you want in life. And it's anything in life. Anything you want. You think we've been talking about our goals, our dreams, in all different contexts of our life. It could be our learning, could be our health, could be our career, could be our relationships. Anything. Wow. That's what I thought to myself because I come back and thought, yeah, this is it. This is those three. Well, I said three. There's maybe more qualities. And I'm not sure where it came from. It was obviously in my neurology, somewhere in my brain, something had got in. I'd obviously listened to something, read something. Then when I'm going through my journal, I got a question, and I started in my puzzle book. And my puzzle book, I came to just write these very simple things. And there's no explanation, no other thoughts about it. It's just simple. And when I look at the page, there is nothing else other than these qualities. I haven't got any thoughts of how to use them, but I just know if you use them, you can get what you want. And it's simple. And I think that's the beauty of it. And that's what got me when I wrote it down, thinking, why am I writing down this really simple set of resources that if you put them all together, it would just really get your juices going. You couldn't fail. You couldn't fail if you use these. Well, we're going to call it the 3 Ps. But it's a 3 Ps surrounded by a K and a G. What the hell are you talking about, Cluffy? Yep, I hate that too. I know it's easy to remember sometimes. All the 3 Ps and a K and a G. But I don't really like that. I don't know what it is. When people do that, and there are some people who do it all the time, and I'm going, oh, there's now too many. I can't remember all those things, whatever you call them. But I looked back in this puzzle book, and it was nearly 2 months. 2 months ago when I first did it. And now it's drawn me back in. Now, is it a golden bullet? If there is, whatever a golden bullet is. And I want to say probably not. Probably not, because it is, as we say here, not everything sits with everybody. But I think it's a sort of silver bullet in a way that you could take it as a golden bullet if it resonates with you, or you can adapt it. Adapt it to be your silver golden bullet. So, been very vague up to now, so let's get into it. And if possible, I'll try to put it all together at the end with a process. I'm not sure how I'm going to do that yet, but let's see. See, and I just built this all up. Get whatever you want. Get whatever you want. It's so simple. It's a strategy of qualities that will get whatever you want. Anything in life, any context. So, it's not magic though, because it's so simple. So to get whatever you desire, here's a set of ingredients. Ingredients, the qualities. But the thing about it is, it's qualities that we all have. You don't need to go and try to find them. Because I haven't got this, so I'm going to try to find this skill, because these are all qualities that you've got. And so in no particular order, the 3 Ps. Patience, persistence, and perseverance. And now when I wrote these down, I thought to myself, well, they sound pretty good, but what the bloody hell do they mean? So I looked up their definition, because I wanted to make sure in my mind that my unconscious mind, or whatever I was thinking at the time, was actually doing a pretty decent job. So what is patience? Patience is able to accept, tolerate problems without becoming annoyed or anxious. And I thought, that's pretty good. Because if you can tolerate problems without becoming annoyed or anxious, what a wonderful state to be in. Because then you can look to, I guess, solve those problems there. Then I thought, well, persistence. Now, persistence, I thought, was a bit close to perseverance, but there is a subtle difference. Persistence is the continuing in a course of action despite of difficulty and opposition. And again, if you're striving to get whatever you want, you're going to need that patience. But you're also going to need to continue to take a course of action despite of difficulties, oppositions. Isn't that a bit like the hero's journey? But then you need perseverance. Now, what the bloody hell did that mean? So I had to look that one up. And it's so close to persistence. But it's doing something despite of the difficulty or delay in achieving success. And that's the difference. Not difficulty and opposition where persistence comes in, but this is achieving success. Doing something despite difficulties or delay. And if you've got those difficulties, and you're able to accept them without getting annoyed or anxious. I think I like to acknowledge, but we'll go with the acceptance. That was the definition. Now, you put all those three together, that's pretty awesome, isn't it? And we've all got a bit of patience. We don't have to work on it, but we've got it. There are times in your life when I know you've been really patient. There have been times in your life where you've been really persistent. There have been times in your life when you've been perseverant. Is that a word? Or use perseverance. So we've all got those qualities. We just need to put them all together. But then something in my mind said, well, that's okay. Sounds pretty good. But there's something else missing. There's something missing that I think wraps it all together. And here's the bit that for me makes it work. Because you see, I know at our core, we have kindness, love, just being kind. We've all got that. Maybe sometimes we hide it. Sometimes we feel, I don't know, maybe too vulnerable. Maybe some people think it's a weakness, but it's in our core. And if we feel any of those, what I've just said about being a weakness and that, maybe we've got to work on that issue of where does kindness become a weakness? What can I learn from that so kindness can be just kindness? Kindness can be love. But that was one, because you've got at our core kindness. Everyone can be kind and show kindness. Just don't always do it enough. Well, we never do it enough, do we? But here's the thing. What else do we have at our core? Or we have a skill that we can use that makes us feel absolutely bloody awesome in the moment. That's the gap I was leaving for you to just have a little think. 'Cause what came to my mind was gratitude. And it's not the act of gratitude where we're going to write out 5 or 10 things, but it's just feeling grateful with that kindness. Now, you put kindness and gratitude and wrap it around. And I'll give you maybe what is kindness. Let's go through those definitions, because I did this as well. I was very analytical here. Kindness, friendly, generous, considerate. And I put in brackets myself, loving. Gratitude, thankful, readiness to show appreciation for and to return kindness. They're bloody linked, aren't they? And I thought, you put that together, you've got a wonderful set of ingredients. So you wrap patience, persistence, and perseverance, and you wrap it round with that magic. Kindness, gratitude. Imagine having this as a core resource for whatever you want to achieve or do. Just imagine, here's something I want to do. I know it's going to be good for the world. I know it's going to be good for me, and I know it's going to be good for everyone else. So we've done our ecological check. And I'm going to apply patience, persistence, and perseverance, supported by true kindness and gratitude. With this at your core, you can engage, use, learn all the skills, beliefs that make anything achievable. Because you'll have the patience, persistence, and perseverance to do that in such a kind, loving way. And when you feel so grateful for it in the moment, those skills, beliefs that you're going to apply will make anything achievable. Anything achievable. And I know some people might say, yeah, but that really isn't achievable, but it's for you. Do you feel it's achievable? Do you feel it's realistic? No one else. And if you believe that, boom, you use patience, persistence, perseverance with kindness, love, gratitude. You have them all at one, or all as one inside you. You imagine, we've talked about the antidote to blooming goal setting and New Year's bloody resolutions. I did 2 massive, well, sort of massive, podcast episodes called The Antidote Parts. Guess what? Part 1 and Part 2. And it's all about using the emotions of the success that you feel having achieved your goals in all areas of your life. Well, you imagine to get there. If you had, at the moment you conceived it in your mind and did every action with pure patience, persistence, perseverance, wrapped up in loving kindness and gratitude, that feeling of gratitude and the gratitude for the feeling of the will fulfilled, or the wish fulfilled rather, you'd be in the moment. You would be doing it. There's nothing that could stop you because you would have the patience to persist and you'd persevere. And because you've got that loving kindness inside you and the gratitude of being in the moment, all those skills and positive beliefs, behaviors, well, I just got to do it. Now, I don't know if this is going to work. I'll be true. Truth, I'll be truthful to you. I don't know if it's going to work. I think it will. So the thing is, let's just do a little thing together now. So if you are listening to this and you're driving or doing anything that needs your attention, come back to it. However you bookmark the time, just have a quick look at the time and then come back to it. Think about the patience, persistence, perseverance, feeling so kind and loving with gratitude. So you're all ready to go, and then come back to it when you've got nothing else to do but to install or just re-access these wonderful skills. So here's what I want you to do. If it's okay, and you're safe to do so, nothing needs your attention, as I said. I just want you to start to imagine something like a Rolodex. What's a Rolodex? Now, to me, a Rolodex is one of those things that people used to have on their office desk with telephone numbers in or details, and they would go round and round in a circle like a thing. So each one is a card. And what we're going to do is say, well, each card in this Rolodex is patience, persistence, and perseverance. And I just want you to think at the moment, just bring to mind one time in the past when you've been totally patient. And it was just okay. And it was good to be patient because the result came through that patience. And as you do that, go back there now, see what you saw, hear what you heard, and feel patience. And as you feel patience, as you come back into your body, notice on that Rolodex there is one card with either a symbol or the memory that when you see it, it just represents patience. And it makes you feel that patience again. So allow that to form on that little index card, as it were, in your mind, in your imagination. And you make it brighter. You can make it big as you like. The bigger the better. Every time you look at that index card, it could be a movie screen with all the sounds, 5.1 surround sounds around you. As if you were there again. Every time you look at it, you go, this was patience. And then just let that one flick forward and you've got another clean card. And on that clean card, we've got to just imagine just a time in your life when you were so persistent, or you used persistence to get what you wanted, to achieve your goal. It'll come, and even if you don't see these in 20/20 vision, it doesn't matter because your unconscious mind is creating its own inner image for you at the unconscious level. But just recall a time when you were so persistent. You didn't give up. You were there. And go back there now and see what you saw. Hear what you heard. And feel that feeling, just the feeling of being persistent. This is going to happen. Think of the belief you had in your mind. This is going to happen. I'm not giving up. No, I'm not. I'm going to continue going. What's that belief that's just below the surface? And those feelings. And just feel the feelings getting stronger and stronger. And that belief that may come to your mind or is just there below the surface motivating you to stay on course to the success that you deserve. And as you do that, just come back into your body and allow that particular index card to take on the image or the memory or a symbol that truly represents persistence. So as you look at it, you get that feeling again. And then let that flip forward to another blank index card. And as you do, just think, or just recall a time when you had perseverance. Perseverance. When you were going to do something despite any difficulties or delay in achieving your success. You're going to persevere. So recall a time when you had that wonderful quality of perseverance. It'll come. And even if it doesn't come to your conscious mind, your unconscious mind will go through all your memories and pull them all together of this one quality. But if you've got that memory, go back there now. See what you saw, hear what you heard, and feel that feeling. And if you haven't got a memory, just feel what might it feel like? What does perseverance feel like to you? Imagine it. Create it inside. Because you can do it either way. And as you feel that feeling, come back into your body and imagine that card, that index card in this Rolodex, to take on that memory or take on a symbol, a color that represents your perseverance to success. And then just let that fall forward. And as it falls forward, there's that patience coming in. And see that memory, that symbol of patience, and feel patience come into your body in all of everywhere. And as you do that, let that card fall forward and feel perseverance. Oh, there it is. And feel that. And then that falls forward. And persistence. And then let that fall forward. Again, patience. And then that fall forward. And that perseverance comes in. And then that persistence comes in. And just keep flicking them around faster and faster and faster. So they begin to blend all as one. So you start to feel patience, perseverance and persistence all as one. And as you do that, just allow love and kindness to flow all and over everything. So those feelings of patience, persistence and perseverance begin to blend together with truly loving kindness. Maybe you'll get a glow, but feel it resonate, feel it move inside you. Maybe you can hear it. And as you do that, allow that feeling of gratefulness of having all of this as one. And just allow the Rolodex to spin faster and faster and faster so they all merge as one with loving kindness and gratefulness. Just keep them going and going and going. And as they go faster and faster and faster, just have a wonderful, powerful word that comes to mind that really represents all of this: patience, persistence, perseverance, kindness, and gratitude. It'll come. Boom. Whatever it is for you. That word that ties it all together. Maybe there's a symbol. Even get, say, your little finger and your thumb as it's spinning faster and faster, and that word comes to mind, and you squeeze that little finger and thumb together to anchor this. And as you're anchoring this by seeing this symbol of this morphing together of patience, persistence, perseverance with kindness and gratitude and love, just ask your unconscious mind to generalize this into your future you, into all your goals, every step of the way. From the conception of a goal, a dream, a wish, in every area of your life. So you can have the wonderful recipe of patience, perseverance, persistence, with loving kindness and gratitude. And just have your unconscious mind take this and generalize it into all those areas, into all those goals that you know about and goals that you haven't yet dreamed about. And then just feel even more gratitude and more love for the success you're going to bring to your life and others. And when you just allow that to just resonate inside you, Allow the neural pathways to fire together, wire together, creating this wonderful recipe of skills, emotions, beliefs to make anything achievable. With patience, persistence, perseverance, wrapped up in loving kindness and gratitude. And as you do all of that and just feel it, allow yourself to, if you've closed your eyes, open your eyes. Come back into the real world with me. And as you do that, just look around. Just at the moment, just shake that feeling off, because it's a lovely feeling, I know. But just shake it off for the moment. And as you do that, look around at the wonders of the world, wherever you are. Maybe there's people around and how beautiful they are and how loving they are. And then what I want you to do is just think of maybe something you want to do. Maybe there's a dream you have, or there's a goal that you're already working on, a project in an area of your life. Something. Maybe it's your health, going to the gym, eating differently. Anything and everything. Pick one. And as you pick one, say that magic word or that powerful word. See that symbol and squeeze that thumb and little finger together and notice how that dream, that goal, just feels different. Just notice how it feels. And if you want to, you can come back, rewind, and just do it again. It's always good to do it again and stack that anchor. But every time you think of a goal now, or you begin to participate in anything that you want to have in your life, think of that symbol, say that word, and squeeze your little finger and thumb together. And then start. Because now you're in some way setting your intention with a lovely set of qualities that can only enhance your success, only enhance your ability to access all the appropriate skills, positive beliefs, positive emotions, healthy behaviors, readily available behaviors. And as you do that, you will know that any other thing that you do in life, it'll be generalized. So you'll take these skills, that success, that kindness and gratitude, and it just gets better and better. Because that's what happens. And the thing is, you'll never know how far the ripples of change will go in a wonderful, positive way. And then you get to affect the wonderful people around you, the people who love you, and you love them, because they're going to be affected by this wonder, seeing you achieve in such a wonderful way. They'll get we call it non-verbal communications, the way your physiology, the tone of your words, the way you act, react, the energy that you give, the energy you use, but the energy you connect with them. They just get it. And then they get to do it. And they get to infect in a wonderful way, infect and affect the people around them. And then it becomes truly ecological, because it's good for you, good for others, and good for little old planet Earth, because you can't do anything wrong when you've got kindness and gratitude as the thing that wraps everything in it, if that makes sense. I hope it makes sense. So what have we done? What have I done? Well, I've shared with you something I wrote in my journal, something that came from my journal and wrote in my puzzle book. Now, I hope that might be something to inspire you to journal, if you don't journal, but have a puzzle book. You don't have to journal to have a puzzle book. You have a puzzle book for any ideas you have. They're just puzzles. They don't have to be issues all the time. This wasn't an issue. This was something that came to me and said, hey, Cluffy, have a think about this, because this is something that you can use for yourself. And then I thought, well, I can share it with my mate, you. And it works. Now, is it easy? It's easier now that we've done that process, but we're going to have to use and have the will to do whatever it takes to do it. But it's worth it, because the success will be worth it. Is it simple? Absolutely. And in simplicity, there's genius. Not too simple, pretty simple. And then you put it to some of the other episodes of this podcast or other podcasts you're listening to in your self-development, your personal development, the antidote, all the stuff I'm doing here. You put this and fire this anchor off and say that word and see the symbol just before you listen to any of these personal development podcasts where you want to learn from, because it will give you, if you've got the patience to learn, the persistence to learn, the perseverance to carry on learning and be so loving and with the gratitude that you are learning, it's got to go inside easier. It's got to be accessed by your unconscious mind, and then it's going to go, do you know what, we're going to use this? It's a superpower. Or could be. Use it wisely, my friend. Anyway, that's what we started with. So hopefully journaling and having a puzzle book. If you get a yellow one, you'll have the same as me, because I love yellow. And I always allow 2 pages, by the way. I'll write my notes on one, and then I'll allow another page after that, just in case I want to fill it out even more about that subject. It's a little tip. And then we went through the 3 Ps, the K and the G. Patience, persistence, perseverance, all surrounded and wrapped up in loving kindness and gratitude. And then we did a lovely little process. I hope it was a lovely little process for you, where it just began to spin and spin and spin. And you can do that little process over and over again. If I get the time, I might just produce it more into a hypnosis track for us. So we've got it as one, and it's always good then to you go backwards and forwards. I'll see if I can do that. I just have to find, obviously, the time. I'd obviously like your thoughts, if that's something you would like me to do, because I don't want to do it and then find out that, you've already got it. But if you think, yeah, that would be good, Cluffy, please do. Please email me, feedback@personaldevelopmentunplugged.com. I love your critique on this type of thing, because I don't always do a process within a podcast episode, but I do like to do them if I can, because it does really wrap things together. So if that's something you like, please let me know again. If there's something that you feel I could do more of or less of, critique me. By all means, I love your critique so I can improve, because I'm always striving to be better with my now patience. I'll persevere, and I'll be persistent in it, in a loving, kind way, and I can be grateful for that. So it does work. And yeah, do that, please. And please share this. Please share the thoughts of this. And if you can share it verbally with somebody, that gets you to learn it even deeper. It tends to go deeper inside you, so you have those skills even more. And notice the difference to your goals. I'd love to hear about how it's affected the success of your goals. How quicker they came, how bigger they got, how more enjoyable they got. So if you could do that, that would be awesome. So, same email, feedback@personaldevelopmentunplugged.com. It only comes to me, as I've said before. I'm the only one here, and it's treated with total confidentiality. You get a personal reply from me, and hopefully we'll get even more episodes out of it, so we can really develop these type of things even deeper, better. Maybe just fine-tune them a little bit, because we can always change it with your experiences and your feedback. So please share, send me feedback. If you haven't subscribed, do subscribe, please. And if you can, leave a little bit of feedback, one of those, not testimonials, what are they? They're a review on the platform of your choice. That would be great. Do that and send me a little screenshot of it, and I'll send you something back in return. But you don't have to, but it'd be nice if you did. If you took time to be patient and really persist with those reviews, with all the perseverance and kindness and gratitude. Well, I'd be very grateful. And I'm so grateful of your time to be with me, to help me share this work that comes through my mind, but also allowing me to share it with myself. So I feel kind at the moment, having done all this, and I feel grateful for the opportunity. So there you go. Anyway, let's move on to the next time, and I'll see you, hear from you, you'll hear from me, and we'll fly away together, my friend. Bye-bye now.
Warning, you are now leaving the unplugged mind of Paul Clough. It's time to fly on your own. Be brave, my friend.
Personal Development Unplugged.